Welcome back to my channel. If you're curious to see how I did this spring hairstyle, keep on watching. So to begin, I'm just going to start parting my hair, and the easiest way that I've found to part my hair in equal sections is to first start out with the size section that you want, and then to assess the rest of your hair and part it such that it matches that first one. So for example, I knew I roughly wanted 5 parts, so I parted out the first one, and then I just need to do 4 cornrows in the rest of the section. So I'm parting it in half, and then I'll just be cutting both of those sections in half again. And I found that this is the easiest way to have parts that are the same size without having to restart and repart. Specifically for this hairstyle, I am doing one large cornrow and then smaller cornrows in between. So the easiest way to do this was to first create my equal sections and then to split up the smaller cornrow from that larger section. And this was a lot easier than previously when I've done this. So I'm just checking to make sure that they're about the same size that I want, and then I will repeat this along the rest of my head. So it's just really important to clean up your parts before you start so that you're not getting any unnecessary hair when you start to braid. In terms of cornrowing my hair, so I'm just going to start by sectioning off the first section of the part or of the cornrow with a claw clip, and then I'm going to split that section of hair into 3 pieces. And I'm just taking out my baby hairs to make sure that they're not in the braid, and then I will split them into 3 sections horizontally and begin cornrowing. So it is a little bit difficult to record cornrowing, but just so that everyone can understand, I'm just braiding my hair and then I am picking up a piece behind in the rest of the section. So when I am working with the piece at the top, I am picking up additional hair from the top, and when I am feeding over the piece on the bottom, I'm just picking up hair from the bottom. This is the easiest way that I've found to cornrow in a neat way. The technical term, I believe, is stitch braiding, but I'm not aspiring to do stitch braids because it's just the front of my hair and I don't want to put any unnecessary tension just to accomplish the hairstyle. So once I finish cornrowing, I'm just going to braid the hair down and then finish it with a twist so that it doesn't unravel throughout the rest of my hair. Now that that first one is done, we're going to move on to the smaller braids in between. So for this, I am just parting out 3 sections vertically this time, as opposed to splitting that first one up. And then I am just going to be pulling in additional hair into the cornrow as I braid, and not in any methodical order, just picking up whatever hair is behind it. And that's because these braids are really small, so I don't want to isolate too many of the strands so that it doesn't cause any unnecessary breakage when I take the hairstyle down. So it's just important to take your time when you do these so that you're not pulling too tightly on your scalp and you're also not causing any breakage throughout the braiding. So I'll just go ahead and braid this down as well and finish it with a twist. So after completing the rest of my head, I decided I actually wanted to do a reverse cornrow, so I thought it might be helpful to record that as well. So similarly, I'm starting from the back of that section now, and again, I am parting it into 3, and then I am just grabbing hair from the rest of the section. So ironically, from this view, you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So as you'll see, I am passing one hair to the other, and when I pass the hair to my other hand, I am just picking up hair underneath. Very similarly, when the strand is at the top of my hair, I am pulling in extra hair from the top, and then when I'm passing it from the bottom, I'm pulling in hair from the bottom. So I'm just going to repeat this throughout this section, making sure to take out my edges so that it doesn't pull, because since you are braiding it from the top back, you'll just want to make sure that you're not pulling in any excess hair that might hurt throughout the week. But just finishing this off with a braid, and because I decided to put beads at the end of this braid, I'm going to braid it all the way down to the very bottom, and then I can go ahead and add the beads. So this was the final braid pattern. I was pretty happy with it, so we're ready to start twisting. So to start sectioning my twist, I'm just going to section my hair into 2 sections down the middle of my head, and then for the twists, I will be doing those in rows, and each section is about 1 inch, and I just continue to do this same size twist throughout my hair so that they're all the same size. So I have a leave-in conditioner, and then I'm also trying a new mousse. So I'm just applying the mousse to a saturated section, and I was really impressed with this mousse. So this is the Doux setting mousse, and it's kind of going viral right now, but I had never seen my hair clump like that, so it almost makes me want to try a wash and go. But I was really impressed with this mousse. It had a really good hold, and my hair also felt really well moisturized as I was raking it into my hair and smoothing the product down. And as I mentioned, this product gave me a lot of hold throughout the week. I do think I may want to try it with maybe a heavier leave-in conditioner just so that there's more moisture throughout the week, but I was still really impressed with the definition and will definitely be using this product for some of my rod sets and flexi rod sets in the future. So like usual, I am just stretching my hair, mainly focusing on the roots, trying to avoid the ends, and this is on medium heat and medium speed so that it doesn't create too much frizz. So these are the final results. I was really happy with the way it came out, and it held up really well in the humidity. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.